Oh, hello. Good morning. Good morning. All right. We are talking today about no, it's no secret. I want you to quit your job. I want you to quit your job. If your job is preventing you from living your life, I want you to quit that job. Pretty much I've devoted probably 150 videos to that so far, so it shouldn't be a surprise. And today we're going to talk specifically about taking your skills from a job, from an employer to the road, taking your skills on the road, how to set yourself up so that you can turn your own skill into your own business, okay? Business with a capital B, like a serious business where you know where your clients are coming from, you know how you're making money from your clients, and you can kind of predict a monthly income. So this is what we're going to talk about today. All right. Welcome. Hi, everyone. I have a text reminder. So again, I did tell you before that I was not going to do any videos at all in October. I've said those words. I said October was going to be my time off. But then a couple things happened. I felt really energized after the summit and after Exodus Homecoming. And I came up with a whole new idea for a 5-day challenge that I wanted to execute immediately. And so it means that I'm going live now, even though I said I was not going live in October. So apologies, but if you were getting text reminders from me, you would have known. And you wouldn't be watching the replay today like, oh, you said you weren't going to go live today. All right. So good morning. Good morning, Janella. Good morning, Kelly. Good morning, Lucille. Good morning, Junket. Good morning, Nakia. Good morning, lovely Jewel and Tony and Angela. Good morning, Camille. Good morning, Music First. Good morning, Swan and Daisy Lee and Janice. A. Ford, Shantavia, Teresa, Kadian, Letitia, Diamond, hey Ludell, Just Fatima, A. Chafin, Patrice, Pearl Pugh. Good morning, everybody. Latasha, good morning, Ms. Dow. How was that house sit? I think your house sit is all done. Ms. Dow, Rashida's mom, got her first house sit in San Miguel de Allende and completed her first house sit. So how was it? I know it was wonderful. I already know. I already know. Good morning, Annabella. Good morning, Renee and Nicole and Angela. Good morning, everyone. Okay. My mom is washing her hair, so she may have not. Yeah, Connie Perry hasn't said good morning to us yet, but she's here. She downstairs. She's around. She's just doing things. We live in Delaware. Today is the Apple Scrapple Festival, and we're going. If you don't know what scrapple is, it's just the parts of the pig that nobody wants to eat alone, right? The scraps of the pig, make it into like a brick, a gray meat brick called scrapple. I love it. I don't care. I don't care. I love scrapple. Today we're going to the Apple Scrapple Festival, which is like a festival dedicated to scrapple and apples. So she's downstairs getting cute. All right. Okay. Good morning, friends. All right. I want to start this by saying I'm not talking about getting a job abroad. I have to stress this a lot, because that's the first assumption, right? Oh, I have a job here. I want to live in another country. I need to get a job abroad. For the most part, the places that you probably want to go to because they are more peaceful, less stressful, better cost of living, right? These places also pay very poorly, right? You're not going to get your San Francisco pay when you go and take your skill set and your skill set to a job in Guatemala, right? Traveling Black Women, Nadine from Traveling Black Women is in Guatemala. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. I don't know how long she's there. It's beautiful. Okay. But if she decides that she wants to stay in Guatemala, she is not going to find a job in Guatemala that is going to pay her enough to live comfortably in Guatemala. So we're not talking about getting a job abroad in the traditional sense. Absolutely not. We're talking about using your skills to find a way to provide your services without the middleman of a job. Okay, so that's point number one. Point number one, we're not talking about getting a job abroad. If that's your game plan, I can't help you. Okay, let's see who I need to block. I say of Scrapple, you can eat it or know what's in it. You don't do both. It's the scraps. I mean, it's clearly it's the scraps. Yes, yes. Either you can see how it's made or you can enjoy it. You're not doing both of those things. I agree with that. I love me some Scrapple. Okay. I love it. Oh, my friends. Oh, my friends and family love Scrapple. Okay, good. I'm glad to hear it. I'm glad to hear it. This is one of the things that I miss. When I leave the country and I come back, there's always a brick. I call it a brick, right? There's always a brick of Scrapple in the refrigerator. Connie Perry, Joe Perry, they know how much I love it, how much it means to me. It means so much to me. They know it. They know. Yes. Okay. It's important. We're from Delaware, right? Delaware, Maryland, New Jersey. It's a local thing. I guess up into Philadelphia. It's not it's something that I would say the Amish, not the Amish. What are they called? I think it's something that the Dutch brought to this country. I think. I think because they have something like Scrapple too. I don't know what hoghead cheese is, but it's probably it's probably similar, gross and delicious at the same time. Yeah, it probably is I don't know what hoghead cheese is. I've heard of it, but I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know what it looks like. I don't know if it's an actual like cheese looking item. Scrapple is just in a gray brick of meat and you fry it up in a pan and it's delicious. All right. Okay, yes. Yeah. Yeah, you wouldn't have heard if you're not from this particular. I think it doesn't reach out. It doesn't reach out. It's only this area, and I think the Dutch people. I think in the Netherlands they eat something very similar. It is real country. I don't know what's what's wrong with that, Anissa. What's wrong with that? Yes. Yeah. Yeah, we keep a brick too, and I have favorites. Like I don't like Rappa. Rappa is probably the biggest brand of Scrapple that you see in refrigerators. I don't like Rappa. My mom goes to a butcher shop that does really good Scrapple. I can't remember what it's called, but I like the one with the girl on the front. I don't know if it's called Maid, Delaware Maid, or Old. I call it Old Maid Scrapple, but I don't think it's that. But there's the word "maid" in it. That's the one that I like, or the one that she gets, which is and then Kirby and Holloway Scrapple. Kirby and Holloway was a restaurant here, and they make good Scrapple, and they sell it in the grocery stores. Um, so it's probably very similar to Spam. I would guess it's less salty. I've had Spam. Because because I have the parents I have, they eat Spam too. My dad used to eat Spam regularly. I don't know the last time he bought, but he used to eat spam. We got no problem with potted meats, canned meats, like, we got no problem with that. But I would say the texture is different and the taste is different, but it's the same thing. You know what I mean? It's the same stuff with a different texture and I think less salty. I remember spam being salty, but I know Hawaiians love them some spam, right? Right? It's regional. Regional pig eating. Hawaiians love spam. You can't hang out in Hawaii without enjoying spam. All right. Okay. Kim says they're very similar. Yeah. Yes. Yes. Okay. All right. So that's what I'm doing today. So we're gonna get through this and we're gonna move on, and I'm gonna go enjoy the Apple Scrapple Festival. All right. So I've told you that we're not talking about getting a job. Okay, one more. Okay, Junket, the burnt edges. Yes. So I like mine cut thick enough that it's not all the burnt part, right? Because when you cook it in the pan, if you cut it too thin, slice it a little too thin, it's going to be all the burnt part, right? All crunchy, all crust. I like crunchy around the edges and I like it softer in the middle. So I have a specific thickness that I like. When it's too thick, I'm like, no, there's no crunchy. Where's the crust part? And then if it's too thin, it's all crust. Okay, enough on the Scrapple. Enough of that. Enough. But I promise you, it's going to be a good day. I've been having Scrapple, so I've been back in Delaware for I don't know how. Well, when we came back from Atlantic City, while during the summit, I was in Atlantic City with my mom, and we came back from Atlantic City, and there was a brand new brick of Scrapple. So I've been eating Scrapple. So it's not like I haven't had Scrapple, but I'm still excited to go to the Apple Scrapple Festival. Okay. Yeah, there'll be apples. Yeah. Yeah, Delaware. Yeah, so that's what's the crop. That's what's on now, right? That's the crop that's on in Delaware now. Apples. So yeah, there'll be apples. There'll probably be like I'm hoping to get an apple fritter, which is something else my dad makes really well, and he's like intentionally purposefully not making apple dumplings for me. So I'm hoping to get a good scrapple sandwich, and I'm hoping to get an apple dumpling. That's my game plan for the day. It'll be a successful day if I do those things. Saturday's a work day for me. So I'm leaving in the middle of the work day to go do that. Okay? Okay. All right, jobs. Though we came to talk about jobs, y'all. Welcome. 10 minutes in. If you're watching the replay, I'm sorry. I hope you skipped that. I hope you skipped that, but welcome. All right, we're here to talk about leaving jobs if your job, so I've said this a lot. I have three criteria for a job, right? If I'm personally going to take a job, it needs to fit these three criteria. They need to treat me with respect, which includes an increase in pay when the company makes money, right? If you make more money, I should make more money. I've had plenty of jobs where I never got a real pay raise. At Christiana Hospital, I don't think we got a pay raise for 3 years running. Not even a like 17 cents an hour pay raise. No pay raise. I don't like that. That's not right. The CEO got a raise. CEO got raised. CEO got money. I should be getting more money. Yeah, so that's the number one criteria. That's number one criteria, being treated with respect, which includes when you make more money, I make more money. And like, I don't have to fight you to access my benefits. I got harassed out of a job once when I took FMLA and came back. I've really never seen someone come back from disability and FMLA without some form of workplace harassment, right? That's wrong. That is one of the reasons I do not like jobs. It's not because I think, oh, you shouldn't have a job. Everyone should work for themselves. Not everyone should work for themselves. I think naturally, I'm not a work for yourself person. I talked the other day in my Instagram live about how I took the skills inventory, and I don't have any skills in the category of executing. I don't have any skills in the category of getting things done. My skills are I can dream up some stuff. I can see the future, right? Visionary, ideation, empathy, relating to people. They call it relator, and maximizer, which is strengthening my strengths. I'm naturally those things. Those things naturally, I think, don't lead to a successful business owner if you can't get things done. So I think I'm naturally a person who would excel in the right job, right? A job that lets me have a vision and work on a team with people who can execute the vision. I think so. But I've not found a job that treated me with respect, like the basic criteria. Hi, Alicia. I took the Clifton Strengths Finder. I took the Clifton Strengths Finder, which is not free. I bought a book called Leadership Something. I don't know. If I look on Audible real quick, I could tell you. So I bought an audiobook, and the audiobook came with a code, Strengths Based Leadership. So I bought the audiobook called Strengths Based Leadership. And in the audiobook, there was a link to the free Strengths Finder. So you can either buy the book and get it for free, or you can just buy the assessment. Right? So I took the assessment, and this is what they told me, which is why I know I love to work on teams. I love to be able to have my own vision for things, but I love working on teams. I really do. I love coworkers. I am a loner. So that's why my job in the pharmacy, sitting in the IV hood in the sterile room by myself and making IDs all night, worked fine. I was fine with that. But they didn't treat me with respect. I got no pay raise for, I'm going to say 2 or 3 straight years. I was there for 4 years. I'm going to say 2 or 3 straight years, 0 pennies, not a penny an hour in pay raise. CEO made more money every year. Okay, so and number 2, I had to fight just to take my own vacation time. Anytime I wanted to take, I would put in for my 5 days of vacation time, and they would give me 3 days off and not consecutive days. That is disrespect. I earned those days. I'm not asking you to do me a favor. I earned those days. This is part of my benefits package, but you're not letting me access those days. I think there's a lawsuit there too. Christiana Hospital employees, get y'all band together. I might have to take this video off later. Y'all band together. Get yourselves somebody on your side. All right. We talked to Anne Marie. This is fresh in my mind because during Exodus Homecoming 2021, we talked to Anne Marie, who helps Black women get severance. Or she helps employees, right? You don't have to be a Black woman. She helps people get severance. If your job is doing you dirty, she helps you get your severance and leave, which is later on. We're gonna get there, okay? But I'm saying all this to say I'm not anti-job. I'm a person who could excel in the right job. I just couldn't find it. I couldn't find it. I couldn't find a job that would do number one on my list, treat me with respect. Number two, work that you like, right? I think you need work that you like, that you just enjoy those tasks. I think that that can be pretty broad for some people and pretty narrow for some people. I'm a person who I could get, I think a lot of different tasks I could enjoy during the day, right? So that was pretty broad for me. Sitting in the IV hood in the sterile room and making IVs was fine. And number three, does not prevent you from living your life, right? Does not prevent you from living a life in 360 degrees, right? Does not require you to give up 40% of your life when work is probably only a piece of the pot. Like, I would guess that there are like I've read a lot of books who talk about the different parts of your life that you need to have in check. And usually they're like six or seven or eight parts. So 1/8 is what percentage? 12.5%, right? So a job that was only requiring 12.5% of your time. If the parts of your life that you need to be a whole person are like work satisfaction and family whatever and financial whatever and health, physical health and mental wellness and creative outlets. What else do people usually say? Okay, so let's say, and then creativity and something else I'm sure I'm forgetting. Did I say family? Right. So if there are like 8 pillars of a well-rounded life, 8 pillars or 8 pieces of that pie, 8 pieces of the good life pie, your job should not take up more than 12 or I guess maybe 25, right? If you want to add in the financial and the work satisfaction, that's 25% of your life, 25% of your time. It should not interfere with those other things. It should not interfere with your time with your family. And I think that's how I evaluate a job. And so if jobs fit into the puzzle, I would be down, but I just couldn't find one. Okay. So we're taking some things off the table. We're taking getting a job abroad off the table, and we're taking staying in a job that's not fulfilling or that is just flat out interfering with your life. We're taking those off the table. So what does that leave us with? That leaves us with a whole lot of skill, a whole lot of experience, a network of people. It leaves us with quite a bit, actually. It leaves us with quite a bit of ability to do your thing, operate in your zone of genius, is what they call it, operate in your zone of genius and thrive away from a traditional job. Okay, hey Colette, I've taken Clifton Strengths Finder. It was a great assessment. As a manager of managers, people with your skill set make my job easier as it relates to engaging with the staff and enhancing staff morale. That was my thing. That's what I could do. That's what I could do. Even at Barclays Bank, where our job was to lower people's credit lines on the phone with them. Customer would call in for a credit line increase. We would look at their credit report and be like, no, not only am I not increasing your credit line, I'm actually going to lower your credit line today to just $300 over your current balance, effective immediately. That was my job. It was awful. I got called every name there is all day for 8 hours a day. But man, we got along. And I was a good part of that, I would say, because that's something that I can do. I used to make fake awards for people. If they did something, I would just I would spend a lot of time on Paint, Microsoft Paint, and just make up a fake award for you. That is a skill set that I have. Yes, okay. So America does not support life work balance. Other countries do. Yeah. So America, there's no secret. America was formed on this country, America. I'm not talking about the land that was here before. I'm talking about the country. The foundations of the country are rooted in slavery. So it should be no surprise that people are not people in this country. People are workers. You're a worker in this country. And you, me, probably even identify yourself by your work first. Even though we just named seven people in seven parts or seven other parts of the pie that you could identify yourself with. Most of us are going to identify ourselves as that job first, right? Hi, I'm Stephanie Perry. I'm a pharmacy technician, right? That's how so many of us introduce ourselves because we identify with that work piece first. That's 12.5% of a person, but that's who we identify with first. It's on purpose. It's on purpose. You really don't notice when you go visit other countries. You don't notice the difference in the beginning, right? So on a vacation, you could have been to 100 countries and not have had the revelation that I had visiting like Thailand for 2 months, and Vietnam for 2 months and the Philippines for 2 months. Those even, yeah, Portugal, yeah, right. Even European countries, Portugal and France. So I didn't get out of Paris. Yeah, okay. I'm just like counting things in my head. Yeah. So they're not going to. I don't think there's a chance. I think it's a lost cause. I This is why I'm telling you to leave the country. Like if I really did think that there was hope, I would be one of those people who fought for workplace justice. Right? Some of y'all do that. Some of you guys do like diversity and inclusion work and worker rights work. I think if it's in the foundation of the country, it's in its bones. So unless there's some sort of amputation happening, I don't think there's a chance. These okay, listen. So these white people in this country are not the same as the white people you're going to encounter in the rest of the world. American white people and I'm going to lump American and Australian white people. They're different. They are not interested in being good people. Money, capitalism is bred into them. And that's not going to change while they're here. Now, they seem to be taking themselves out with the COVID. They seem to want to get COVID with them and their kids. So maybe things will change just by numbers shifting. But as long as they have the power, I don't think there's a chance. I don't think there's a chance. Now, and I want to say these white people are not the same as the white people that you're going to encounter in other countries, right? US, Australia, and some places I haven't been before. I would guess places with the Nazis who left. Nazis fled Germany and Europe. Nazis fled Europe after World War II, and they were welcomed some places, including Argentina, including the United States, including Mexico, right? Some of the places that have a lot of those people, you're going to run into the same problems. But if you can get to a place that does not have those people and they haven't made babies with others of those people, like think about like dog breeding, right? You've got a certain type of dog and you want your dog to be a really good hunter, so you breed it with other hunting dogs, you know? So if you have a white person who is a descendant of the people who massacred the Native Americans to steal their land, and a descendant of slave owners, and a descendant of Nazis, I don't think there's a chance for them. I don't think there's a chance. This is why I say leave. This is why, that's why. Like seriously, if I thought there was a chance, I would probably stay and do some fighting, but I think flight is the solution. I think fight and flight are both valid responses. Fight, flight, or freeze. Most have frozen, but I think flight is valid. Seriously, if you just have to think about it. I mean that. I really do mean it. I really do mean it. right? You talk about, I just saw the comment about how I'm so light and airy. My grandfather, Reverend Russell Perry, was blind by the time I was born. And we used to go visit him, and he had like strings and stuff around the backyard to help him get from one place to the other. And he used to walk through the house and touch objects to help him get to a place, touch the heater, no matter how hot it was, that heater, he would touch it, right, to get himself there. And so, right, and we would sit in his house with him and his sister, Aunt Mildred, lived next door. And they either we would go over there or she would come over, and they would just be sitting and laughing, right? Old people, to me, they were really old at that point. He was blind, they were old, and man, did he just laugh. He just enjoyed him and Aunt Mildred and Aunt Florence and Aunt Helen. Man, they would just get together and laugh. There's no secret why I feel so happy and light, right? It's in me. It was bred into me. I am Russell Perry's granddaughter. I am Lucille, right? You can see it in me. You can see it not just on my face and on out here, but it's inside. It's bred into me. There's some things that talk about your ancestors. It's in you. If your ancestors were thieves and massacrers, I don't know what you call someone who commits a massacre, and owners of enslaved people, and Nazis, like literal Nazis, I don't think there's a chance. I don't think there's a chance. That's all. That's all I'm saying. That's all I mean. That's not what we came to talk about. But this is why, but this is the foundation of what I'm saying. This is the why I'm saying go. Take it elsewhere. There we have options, okay? Fight, flight, okay? So Stephanie Lakey, I think flight is the solution too, at least for me, right? We got fight, we got flight, we got freeze. You got three options. You can mix them up. You can flight and then come back and fight if you want. But I think there needs to be more emphasis on flight being a legitimate option. That's what I mean. That's what I mean. Yeah. If you are who you are. I don't want to make a person who loves the fight. I don't want to make them leave, right? But I hope that they will leave for a little while. Everybody needs a break. Everybody needs rest and peace of mind. I think everyone needs peace of mind. Yeah, frozen but thawing out. Yes. That's a good point, Lynette. Yes. So a lot of us who had frozen and like this is just the way it is, right? It is what it is. They are who they are. It's going to be what it's going to be. A job is a job. The game is the game, right? That's freeze. But thawing out. Very good point, Lynette. Thawing out. Yes. It's happening. It's happening. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Flight is my only solution. I'm trying to figure out how to get back on topic. I'm like, so what is the transition here? The transition is to flight. You need money. I'm not trying to pretend like you don't need money in this world. Yes, I am the idea person and I am the futuristic person, but I do understand that money is a real thing that people do need to live. I need money to live. You need money to live. So the idea of taking your skill away from your employer and out into the real world can be very scary. But baby, it's 2021. What an amazing time. What a great time, seriously, to be alive and to be a Black woman traveler. It's an amazing time. You can offer your skills out into the world and find out what um, uh, will stick. I don't know. That sounds really like unplanned. But you take your skills, you decide what skills people are looking for, and you offer them to people without the middleman, without the employer. I'm hiring, so I'm not here to talk about the job that I'm hiring for because I believe it's filled. It's not. I haven't done the interviews yet, but based on the women that I'm already about to interview, or about to even schedule the interviews with, so don't get upset. I haven't even scheduled any interviews yet. Okay, but what I'm saying is, when I looked up tax information, okay, Stephanie Perry, the employer, is going to make out like a bandit compared to Stephanie Perry, the employee. All right. So if the idea of being a business owner is super scary to you, just know that the way the system is set up, this capitalist system is set up, you probably will have um, financial benefits and support that you didn't even know, right? That you didn't even know. The tax system is set up for you to win as an employer or as an independent, as a person who, a business owner. Let's say this: if the tax system is set up to benefit you, a business owner, not you, the employee. Okay, so 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 I know that it can be very scary. It's very scary to think, because I'm not, like, I'm in my nature. Business owning is not in my nature. Very scary, but things are set up to help you. Okay, so first you need to decide on what service or product do you provide, and who do you provide it to. Rashida and I run a challenge called Get Your Next Three Clients Challenge, for women, Black women, who are ready to take their talents to Miami. What did he say? I'm taking my talents to Miami. Ready to take their talents abroad. Okay, we're not running the challenge probably this year, but we haven't talked about it, and maybe. We said no, but maybe. But we likely will run it first quarter of 2022. Okay, and that is the focus of that challenge. But even before that challenge, you can do this work beforehand. The answer is to find out who is your ideal client, like, and what can you give them? What win can you give your ideal client? All right. So I was a house sitter. I am a house sitter. It's only been a few months, so I still am a house sitter. I am a house sitter. My skill in house sitting is something that I can provide for clients, but also my skill in helping other people become a house sitter is something that I provide for clients, right? That's the foundation of my business. Helping people become a house sitter is the foundation of my business, all right? So you need to look at your skill set and what skills of yours are not tied directly to this one employer. I don't know, because we didn't get to meet Friday. Rashida was out living her life. So we didn't have our team meeting. We have a team meeting every Friday. And she was busy living her life. So I don't know what she decided, what you decided, ma'am. I don't know. So, what skills do you have that are not tied directly to this employer? Probably 99%, right? Probably very little of what you actually do in your day is something that you can only do for this employer. It's probably something that there are already clients out looking for help with. Okay. I've talked to accountants. I talked to an accountant. I can't get over her. I can't get over her. I talked to an accountant probably 2 years ago now, one of my first one-on-one calls. And she was like, I just don't know how I can leave the country. My job won't let me leave the work from abroad. And I'm like, you're an accountant. You're telling me you can't find accounting clients without your boss? Do it, right? Oh, that's all right. I just wanted to shake her. If it hadn't been a phone call, I probably would have. I'd be in jail today for shaking a stranger. Because I was like, "You're an accountant. Your skills are not tied to this employer." All right. Anybody? Do we have anyone who wants to jump in and talk about their own process of leaving their job and taking their skills on the road? Okay, laundry is my skill. All right. So you find people in places who are too busy to do their laundry, and you do their laundry. Like, that's pretty easy. Service providers have it pretty easy, especially a service provider who provides a service that is not, like, something that is not fixed, a fixed location, right? Like, so if your specialty is in, I don't know, I don't know. Everything to me seems portable. So, right, so you go to a place and you're like, hey, I found a place with, I don't know, I bought an industrial washer and dryer. I live here for 6 months and I do people's laundry for them. Like, that's simple. I do hair for people. I do nails for people. I do nails. I don't know about nails. I don't know, but hair, eyebrows, whatever, right? Transferable skills. This is another important point. Rosanna from Waffle Cat Studio. Rosanna is a web designer. She designs websites, right? We don't need permission. I think this is the hold up, right? This was the accountant's issue. She felt like somebody had to give her permission to launch out on her own. If you do, just write it down. Write down, I, Rosanna, give myself permission, right? She's not saying that she needs permission. I'm saying as an example, right? I, Keisha, I, Colette, I, Kim, give myself permission. Write your own permission slip. You can do it. Like, just write it out. If that's what you're waiting for, then just write it down. Yeah. I think that is a big deal. That is a big issue, that people think that they need permission from someone to do something new. But you don't. You're an adult. Ms. Deb, I'm semi-retired, work currently as accounting instructor with great pension, just discovering possibility of being a digital nomad, but keep home base in Stone Mountain, Georgia. Good. Yeah. So home bases, don't let that stick you up, hold you up, right? Some people are afraid to leave a place entirely. Keep a home base. And I'm not saying just because you have a home base, you're afraid to leave a place. I'm saying that there are people who are like, yes, I want to see the world, but I also don't want to give up this home. All right. Well, can you do both? Is it possible that you can do both? Is it possible that you can keep a home base someplace? Some people are more grounded. I have described myself as a flighty person. I am supposed to float. One time, Wanda is the host of the Black Women Travel podcast. And one time she asked me what kept me grounded. And I was like, I couldn't answer the question. I was like, I don't know her. I don't know grounded. I don't, right? I'm supposed to soar. I'm a free bird. I soar. I'm not grounded. Some people need need to feel grounded. They need to feel supported and like there's a foundation underneath them, right? If you need to do that, get you a home base. Maybe it's in Stone Mountain, Georgia. Maybe it's in San Miguel de Allende, Mexico, right? You don't have to go take somebody else's path. I hope that that's what you learned from Exodus Homecoming, right? Exodus Homecoming wasn't for you to take some Martise's plan or Laila's plan and work it. It was for you to see how they solved the problems, how they came up with creative solutions to what would be a problem. I need money. I need a place to stay. I have children, and my kids want to go, my kids don't want to go. I hope that you found those solutions. Not like, oh, here is the way, because there ain't no way. There's no one way. There's no right way. Okay. Social services. I think if you so there are some social services that are being done online, right, or over the phone now. People aren't coming. If you are seeing people in the office, then that's a problem. But are you? I think they're doing this stuff on the internet for now, right? So if you're okay with a temporary solution, the temporary solution would be, can you continue to see people abroad? Now, now the situation with this is your job has to give you the okay to leave the country, and some jobs will not. And it's not only their fault, right? It's not because they're haters. It's because literally for security reasons, for insurance and tax reasons, some jobs will not. But if your job will let you do what you already do from another place, that's the fast solution. That's the fast and easy solution. Okay. If not, then what do you do for people? Is it something that you can do for people in another place? Is it so like we've talked a lot about medical tourism? Is it possible that you could work with someone who does medical tourism and take care of people in that place? Does that make sense, right? Like somebody goes to Mexico to they get all of their teeth removed and they get dental implants and they need a helper, right? Can you do your job? So that's not that's social services, right? Can you do your job just in a more exotic, less expensive place? Or is there an exam? So one of my favorite solutions to this is like, is there some sort of exam or license that people have to get that you can help them prepare for? So that was the situation that I was thinking about. As a pharmacy technician, there was no way for me to be a pharmacy technician and bop around the globe. But what I could have done is help people prepare for their pharmacy technician certification exam and bop around the globe, right? That's an exam that some women get really, or some people get really nervous about and worked up about. Um, and some people have a real math aversion, and there's pharmacy math which is not the same as regular math. It's right. It's much more simple, but people just would get so nervous about it. So one of my solutions to this would be to help people prepare for that exam and for that license. I talk to them like I'm talking to you, from wherever in the world, and they're wherever in the world. All right, so those are my solutions, some of my solutions. Anybody in the chat have any better answer to social services people wanting to go do their kind of work from abroad? Let's see. A navigator. Let's see. Thank you, Daisy. Let's see. Right. Okay. So here we go. FDM 215. This is why you join communities and you ask questions. FDM 215, telehealth case management firms, right? So there's FDM is saying that FDM 215 is saying there may be people who hire specifically for this job. You may not have to do it on your own. You may not have to transfer into telehealth on your own. There may be firms who hire people to do what you do. Okay? So do some Googles. Hi, Joan. So Joan is a wonderful example. Joan says, I agree. That's how I was able to live outside of the country. The only requirement was I needed to purchase health insurance for my location. So Joan works for an employer, a U.S.-based employer, but she does work abroad. She lives not in the U.S., and then sometimes she comes back to the U.S. for periods of time to work. Yeah. So it's a mix of remote and in person, but she still lives not in the US, right? And she lives a place where it's easy to get on a flight and be back where she needs to be in no time. So she's a combo, like a hybrid in person and remote worker who does not live in the US but works in the US, which is kind of more common than I thought, more common than I knew. All right. Let's see. I saw a super chat flash up. All right, let's see. Hi, the Prayer Princess. I hope you're still here. Thank you for this super chat. I am with you. Okay, I love not being grounded. Yeah, I saw another comment that said it's because I'm a water sign. Okay, it could be, right? Could be. Because I tell you, I struggled. When she was like, that interview was on her podcast, Black Women Travel Podcast. And I was like, grounded? Like, I couldn't even figure out what the word meant. Grounded? Why? Why would I want to be grounded? I didn't get it. But I forgot. I'm a Cancer. I'm a water sign. I want to float, baby. I'm made to float. I am built to float. Daisy Lee, thank you for helping me think larger than the US. You're welcome, Daisy. That's my plan, right? We're getting out of here. We're getting out of here. And another super chat. Thanks so much, Daisy. Thanks. Oh, gosh, here we go again. All right, so I still don't know what's going to happen with the super chat this week. Last week, we came up with a good solution at the last minute. So we'll come up with a good solution. Okay? All right. So, okay, let me see what Stephanie, social services is quite broad. College degrees are required in some cases, licensure. Yes, yes. Yeah, I'm not saying that. She already works in social services. Yeah, I'm not saying get into social services to go abroad. No, no. I'm saying I'm sorry, I don't even remember who asked the question now, but she already works in Beauty Novice, already works in social services. Okay. All right. And here you go, helping each other. Beauty Novice. Okay. I didn't know they existed. I'll look into it. Yep. Please do and report back. Yeah. Let us know. Let us know what you find. But that makes sense to me that there are firms, that there are even in like insurance, there are somebody is paying someone to do this kind of thing from wherever they are. When I worked in the pharmacy, our radiologists, I worked night shift, and our radiologists were in Australia. There was the hospital, as far as I know, the hospital no, this was in Dover when I worked at Kent at Bay Health. As far as I know, there was no on-staff radiologist in in Dover, in that hospital, the radiologist who did the stuff, it was telehealth, and they were in Australia because it was daytime in Australia, right? So this is 2021. We're going to have to do some things, get hip to the way things are done now. Things are done differently now. All right. Hi, Kathy. Thanks for that super chat. Hey, Kathy's book club is coming up. Kathy is Wellside Retreats on Instagram. I got one of the books. Kathy said we're reading two books for Kathy's book club. One of them is Tina Turner's book, which I bought and can't wait to read. The other one, I can't remember if I even got it. So if I'm in book club and I don't know, if I'm really quiet during portions of book club, it's because I forgot to buy the second book. All right. Yes. So Tracy's saying, yes, in some social service professions, you can live abroad and still serve people in your state license. You got to do your Googles, okay? So number one, this is something that you're going to have to learn how to do for yourself. And number two, this is also a business potential, right? There is business potential in helping people in your field learn how to navigate life as a remote worker who maybe lives in another state or who maybe lives abroad, right? That's a business opportunity. There's a big opening for that. Dr. Yvette McQueen does this for medical doctors, right? She helps medical doctors navigate licensure in other places, right? So this is an opening for all types of health professionals and social services professionals who have a license in that state. And how do I navigate working when I am not in that state, right? Is it possible? Is it not possible? Do I need to get multiple licenses? I don't know. But somebody knows and someone else can help you find that out. Or you can start that as that can be your offering. That can be what you do for people. Cat graphics. Grounding is the ability. Well, I'm always barefoot. I'm barefoot now, but you can't see because I can't get my foot up that high. I'm always barefoot. I go outside barefoot all the time. Connie Perry. Put some shoes on. I'm like, ma'am, I am 47 years old. I can walk around barefoot. Gabrina, not everyone can move or leave the United States. I know. I know that there are roadblocks. That's why I'm working this morning to help you figure out what that roadblock is and is it possible to navigate it. Okay? Is it real? Is it money? I can help with that. We got people here who help with that. Is it a job? Is it no passport, right? Is it just that you need to go to Puerto Rico instead? I don't know. Or the Virgin Islands, right? Is it right? There are solutions to the problem. Is it family members? So I'll be talking soon about caregivers taking some time away with or without the person that they give care to, right? What is the thing? If I think a lot of the hurdles, I don't mean, okay, so I know it's good that I don't know how to say this without sounding like I'm downplaying people's situations, but some situations are still move abroadable. Some situations people can still go and they just don't know it. That's why I have a whole YouTube channel, because I know that there are people who think they can't go because of their situation. And I want you to know that you can, right? Unless there are, right? And then if you have a very distinct situation and you can't go, maybe someone else can still help you. Maybe, right? But if your situation is the money, if it's the fear, if it's the job, if it's I don't travel, I haven't traveled out of the country before, I don't know where to start, I'm a caregiver for so and so, such and such, I got resources. Rashida has resources. Adelia has resources. If it's the no passport, right, where can you go at least to get better peace of mind without a passport, right? Because the U.S. So the U.S. has a whole system of stripping people of their passports. So, right, I don't know. So I said this last time and I was corrected. I thought convicted felons no longer have passports. But I've been told that that's not the case, so that's helpful. But what is the solution? Okay, I think I have 140 videos. Seriously, That is the whole point. Okay, to show you that maybe actually you can. Maybe actually you can go. Okay, 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 okay. Let me scroll. Lynette Laney. Thanks for that super chat. Thanks, Lynette. I don't know where they're going, so y'all chill out on the super chat until we figure out. I don't know where to go. I don't know who to give it to. So let's see. On my first house sit. Congratulations, Jesse. Oh, wonderful. We have a couple of new house sitters in the building right now. We have a couple of new house sitters around. We talked, Rashida's mom just finished her very first house sit. That's great. Okay. Okay. Okay, good. A lot of you guys work in social services, so I see you guys all figuring out. Share. Seriously, share. If you find something, share it. Whether you have it today and you can put a resource, you can't put links in the chat. There's like a filter. You can't put any links in the chat, but you can tell people if you know of a resource, just drop the name of it here. Or if you have a channel, make a video about it. Hi, Carla. This is my first chat. I need to figure out how this works so I don't keep asking questions. Keep asking questions. That's why we're here, right? If I didn't want you to ask questions, I wouldn't be live. I would just pre-record something and put it up. Yeah, Elaine. Yeah, COVID changed things for people. It gave people it. So a lot of people have been asking for remote work for a long time, and and employers who don't have respect for people, employers are like, oh no, you have to be in the job. How will I know what you're doing? How will I control you and monitor every single move that you make if you're not in the job? And then when COVID happened, they were like, oh no, we're not closing. Y'all work from home, right? Oh, now it's a possibility. So that opened up the options for a lot of people. This is why we're seeing, right? They're talking about the Great Resignation. We're seeing people seeing what options are actually available and exercising those options. Yeah, that's one of the things that COVID did do for us. It opened up new possibilities or introduced people. It introduced people to new possibilities. Okay. Waffle Cat, do you see Tiffany asking for your website? You can no, she is Waffle Cat Studios. I don't know. I think it's wafflecatstudios.com. You can't put the link, but if you spell it out. You know what I'm saying? You can't say you have to spell it out, Rosanna. There's a filter, so you can't drop a link in the chat. Yeah, Jamila lives in Rhode Island and works with people in India. Yeah, yeah, there's a lot of you don't there's a lot of people who don't have to be in the same place to work. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Stephanie, let us know if and when you start tutoring. Hi, Super Trell B. I don't do it, but there is a woman who does it, and I tried to partner with her, but I didn't really know her. Um, Pharmacy Tech Lessons. Okay, on Instagram, she is at Pharmacy Tech Lessons, and she was making YouTube videos. I assume she's still at it. The last Instagram post was in May. Okay, so she does this. This is what she does. It's her business model, and I'm all for that. I love the business model of helping people pass their exam or get their certification or their license or navigate the whatever. Pharmacy Tech Lessons. Okay, this is what she does. She's got a coaching program and she's got YouTube videos, right? So she's like me, where there's plenty of free stuff on her YouTube channel. But if you want faster, more direct help and the ability to ask questions and get your questions answered by her, she does some. I think she still does one-on-one as well. Yeah, I love that business model. I'm a fan of it. All right. All right. So, Patty, being a virtual assistant is something that is fine globally. I started out as a virtual assistant. So, after I left the pharmacy and I had no money and I needed to make some money and still travel, I combined house sitting and virtual assistant work. And that was it. That was my first money making online venture. First way that I made money on the internet before I started coaching house sitting. I was a house sitter who was also a virtual assistant. Specifically, was a house. I mean, I was a virtual assistant for coaches specifically. I made workbooks and landing pages for coaches back in the day. Virtual assistant work. So nobody has to give you permission for it. You tell people this is a thing I do now, and then you do it. You have to find out how to get clients, right? So there are two paths, I think, to getting clients. Number one is finding them where they already are and helping them there and bringing them into your world, right? So if you're a virtual assistant, let's say you specifically are a virtual assistant for executive women in the tech world who are struggling. I don't know if you need to be that niche, but let's say you're a virtual assistant for tech executive women. Then you get in groups of executive tech women and you say, "Hey, I actually help with XYZ. Do you need help with that?" Not spamming them, right? Do it in a way that you would want to be approached. But yeah, not spam, not just like join the group and then spam them with, they're going to put you out. It's not going to work, right? But learning how to network and build relationships. Yeah. So being a virtual assistant, perfect way to transition. If you have a specific set of skills and you want to leave an employer, fantastic. My skills were not related to my job, right? So my virtual assistant work was not related to pharmacy tech work. It was just stuff I knew I could do. I knew how to make an email newsletter. I knew how to use MailerLite already. I guess I just watched videos. I think I watched videos and used Skillshare, seriously. I knew how to use MailerLite to create a newsletter for coaches. So I would reach out to them. And first I was like, I'll do your social media. I learned that I hated doing social media for people. That's not my skill set. It's not my wheelhouse. I don't like it. So I switched from social media to like email newsletters and then landing pages and webinar slides. I've done webinar slides for people, in a world where a lot of people are coaches, a lot of coaches need support. So I love the idea of starting at a virtual assistant if you can offer a specific skill set. Okay. Being a general virtual assistant might be harder because you're competing with the people who are paying $4 an hour for an assistant in the Philippines, right? But didn't have to compete with them because I had a specific skill set, right? I know how to use MailerLite to make your newsletter and your landing pages. That was a specific enough skill set that I didn't have to compete with the race to the bottom that is the capitalist system of hiring and exploiting workers. But that's not what we're talking about today. All right. Also, Rashida has a link that she's given me that I think I may still have to Libria Jones's Remote Ready Bundle. Okay. So just because your employer is not down with you leaving the country to work from abroad doesn't mean you can't leave the country to work from abroad with a different employer. Some employers won't care. And the Remote Ready Bundle link, I'm going to type this in. Remote Ready. I don't have it. Nope, I'm sorry. I don't have it. But I just dropped it somewhere. I got to have it. Anyway, I'll work on that. So Libria Jones has a remote. If you're in the Exodus Summit Facebook group, open up a new tab, go to the Facebook group and do in the search, type in Remote Ready Bundle. Okay, you'll find the link to the Remote Ready Bundle. Here, Rashida, I know if I talk long enough, Rashida will get on it. Thank you, Rashida. She is a fast texter. We'll be in meetings and she'll have texted me something before I could even ask her for it. Yes. Okay, here we go. Bing. And then Rosanna last week told me I need to long press. I'm not doing the long press. It still didn't give me the after, Rashida. There we go. I got it. Copy. Okay. Remote Ready Bundle. Okay, so Libria Jones did our workshop on finding remote work in the Exodus workshops last year. She is a Black woman who helps you get remote work. This bundle is bomb. Okay, we're not just telling you to get this bundle because we want you to waste your time. This bundle is bomb. So if you have a skill set and you want to find remote work, you're not looking to go out and do your own thing, right? You want a remote job. This is the place where you're going to get started. Okay? This is it. Remote Ready Bundle. I'll link to this in the description after this video is over. So if you're watching the replay, it's in the description. Okay? So here we go. And she does resume. Yes, she does other things. She does the whole broad. She helps you the whole way, right? The whole way, not just searching for the jobs, but getting your resume right and getting ready for that interview. She helps you land the job, not just search for the job. Okay, we're not kidding. All right. Thanks, Nadine. Got my hair did. I had someone come to the house and do my hair for me because I now do that. I do that now. I'm taking things off my plate. I'm taking work off my plate that I don't have to do. We don't have to do everything. You don't have to do everything yourself. And so this is one of the things that I'm no longer doing myself. Okay, so a young lady named Tiffany came to my house, came to my mom, this is my parents' house, came here and did my hair in the kitchen. And got me looking cute for a few weeks. Thanks. I put it up in a bun, in a ball, but it's just half up, half down. Thank you. Okay. Yes. Yes. Get the bundle. Okay. We're not kidding. Okay. We're not kidding about that. We're not kidding. Get the bundle before she raises them prices because yesterday's price is not today's price. I remember looking at the bundle and being like, this price is wrong. Right. Me, a notorious underpricer, is like, Libria needs to raise this. She needs to raise her rates. Okay. So I didn't message her that. I didn't say anything to her because she knows she's a businesswoman. She knows that. She knows she needs to raise the price. But get the bundle because yesterday's price is not today's price. I hope the price of that is going up. That's because she's got the testimonials. She's got the proof. She's got it. Okay. All right. All right. All right. All right. Okay. All right. So, okay, good. Get it, Sonia. Okay. And then report back. Do it and report back to us. Okay. Put it into action. Everything I've heard from women who have used the bundle is that I put it into action and now I have, right? Not just, oh, it was helpful, but like now I have a remote job. Now I have 2 interviews this week, not like, oh, well, it was good. They all have the and to the testimonial. All right. Okay. So what? Okay. So what? Where were we? Hi, cutie pie. Kathy is so Sonia is asking if Kathy found work. Kathy has, I think Kathy has shifted her um, idea on what she wants to do. I don't know. So I always tell things and then I'm like, oh, I don't know if I should have said that. But I don't know if Kathy is any longer looking for a job. I think that Kathy is now looking for to grow a business. Okay, Tiffany. So last week we talked about it as well, or 2 weeks ago, a couple weeks ago when Rashida was here, we talked about it as well. And there were very good in the chat, women were saying, I have the bundle. I have a job now. I got the bundle. I have interviews now. So we're not, I'm serious. I'm not telling you that it's awesome just because I have met Libria. I haven't met her. I've talked to her. I'm telling you it's awesome because I've seen the testimonials. I've seen the results. I don't even want a job. I don't want no job. So I can't give you any more testimonial than what I've read from other women. No, it's not only for specific jobs. It helps you do the search, right? So it's not a bundle that gives you access to jobs or anything like that. It's a bundle that helps you do the search and find the right resources and places to look for the remote work that is going to let you live your life, and then prepare your own resume and prepare for the interview. So no, it's not for specific jobs. She even says, like, people think only tech companies are remote, but everybody is remote. As we've seen, healthcare workers are remote now. Like, everybody is now remote. So no, Asia, not for specific jobs. Okay. There's a USPS in Costa Rica. Hi, Lavonda. I think I saw a USPS one place, and now I can't remember. But it might have been in the Philippines. The Philippines has a strange relationship with the U.S. because they've had so many U.S. military people. So that might be, yeah, that might be where it was. Yeah, I've seen a USPS out of the U.S. as well. All right. Okay. So what? Okay. Okay. So what are your questions about taking your skills away from your employer? Right. You need to decide on who your clients are and be narrow, like seriously, niche down who you help. You need to figure out how to get in contact with these people and let them know that this is a product or service that you provide. And then you need to have an actual product or service. Okay. You need to be very concrete about this thing that you offer, not just like, oh, I can help you, right? You're not going to just approach executive women and be like, oh, I can help you. You can say, I am a virtual assistant and these are the services I provide. I am a whatever your thing is. I am a coach for people taking the pharmacy tech lessons, and here is what I can help you with. Those things are the difference between I work for this employer and I hate it, and I do the same thing for myself and I love it. Okay. Hey, Carla. I'm a working performance artist and I am teaching artists that provides a teaching artist that provides enrichment for K through 12. I don't see many suggestions or opportunities for this skill. What do y'all think? Well, first of all, performance artist, that's already portable, right? That's already something you can do from any place. So if you like to me, right? I don't know what type of performance artist, but to me, that's already a portable skill. Is there a market for your? So all I think of is acting, right? I don't know. I don't know what you mean by performance artist. Okay, so let's skip that part until we get some more clarification. But I'm a teaching artist that provides enrichment for K through 12. Can you do this art on Zoom? Like, can you teach these K through 12 kids on Zoom? Is to me, right? Am I missing something, Carla? Can Do you already teach these kids on Zoom? Because you probably do, because we're in a pandemic, right? Can you be anywhere? The main question about working from abroad is like, do I want to deal with time zone differences? And do I have good internet and solid, reliable electricity? Those are the things that you need. So let's see if Carla's answering our question. Yes. Yes to Zoom. Okay. I solved that, Carla. Like seriously. I love artists because there's no ceiling to artists, what you can do, what you can accomplish, what you can make, right? Life is not about the money. I know this, but there is no ceiling to an artist's money because yesterday's price is not today's price. You charge what you want to charge. But I don't know performance art, right? But I'm talking like this morning I did Maisha Francis, who is a painter, did a meditation, a guided meditation. And I'm like, brilliant, right? Not only does she sell paintings and she coaches artists on how to make money from their art, but she also does like guided meditations for people who are not involved in the art world, where they get to watch. I hope that she'll do some while she's painting in the future. I don't know. I'm not Maisha's boss. But what I would do was guided meditations while painting, right? So I'm going to paint and guide this meditation. Maisha has a New Orleans accent, which I love. I love hearing Maisha talk. I love her accent. And so, right. So anyway, back to the point. Artists, no ceiling. There's no ceiling. So if you can charge more for your work, and right, if you're teaching, teach it online. So there are resources. Kathy's talking about OutSchool. So there are platforms that already exist where you can find students who are already waiting for a teacher to teach them. OutSchool is one of those. Or you can start do it on your own, right? advertise your services to moms of homeschooled kids or to moms of whatever, and let them know that this is a thing that I do. Or you could do both, right? You can do it on these platforms and separately. Yeah. Okay. Like I house sit. I house sit for people, untrusted house sitters, and I find my own clients and house sit through them separately. Or I don't really find them, but they find me, and I house sit for them separately. So art, I think art is a pretty simple one. What y'all got? That was pretty simple. Yeah. So art, do your art wherever you are. Performance artists, so I guess you need to find like performing companies, theater companies, and I don't know if they're doing their thing in COVID times. But during normal times, right? Like you just holler at performing at theater companies, right? Am I missing something? And then if you teach kids art on the computer. Oh, I mean, that's done. We're done with that. You got that. You got that. Carla, you now do this. You're welcome. You're welcome. All right. Yeah, you do that now. Okay. Who else? Who next? Okay, so Daisy Lee is saying if you need confidence, this is, I don't want to under stress how important it is to be able to communicate to people what you do and how you do it for them. If you need some help with communicating confidently, Daisy Lee recommends Toastmasters International. They will help you grow as a speaker. I grew up in a Black church, and so I think that's why I don't have any problem talking. I remember in speech classes in high school and college, I took speech in high school and in college, and I remember the teachers being like, okay, you got it. And it's just because I've been delivering Easter speeches since I could stand up. So utilize your resources. Okay. Hi, Gabriel. I am downsizing, researching, and saving for my move abroad. Good. Always feel so inspired and motivated in this space. Thank you. You're welcome. Welcome. You're very welcome. I love to see it. Listen, that's what we do here. Okay. Mama Lynn Tillman just signed up for the remote ready. Okay, good. All right. So she also does follow Libria on Instagram. I'm sure when you sign up for the bundle, you'll get the email from her with ways to stay in touch with her. She's on Instagram and she goes live on Instagram. Sometimes she's doing job searches for people. Right? Which I would not do for free. I would not. But sometimes she does these things. So follow her wherever. Holler at her. Okay? She's real. She's the truth. Okay? Sister G, social work abroad. So again, you're going to need to find out about licensing, right? Where can you practice and where can you not practice? What can you do online and what can you not do online? You're going to need to do your Googles and find the authority on these things. It might be state by state. You need to find out what you can and cannot do, okay? And again, the alternative may very well be you don't do social work, you help social workers, right? The alternative, like I said, with being a pharmacy technician, your alternative may be helping social workers navigate new people navigate the licensure process. It might be an assistant. Maybe social workers, maybe they could use a virtual assistant, right? I used to be a social worker. Now I'm a virtual assistant for social workers. I know what you need. I know XYZ. I understand this filing. I don't know. I don't know. Right? So it may be that your job itself is not portable, but helping people who do that job is portable. Okay? Keep that in mind. That was my plan for pharmacy tech stuff. I couldn't be a pharmacy technician from Portugal, but I could help people pass the exam. Okay. Ray of Sunshine. Yeah, Ray of Sunshine says try starting without school and then branch out from there. You can do both. I'm a fan of doing both. I'm a fan of having your stuff on a platform where there are already students, right? Which is why I talk about like Cambly, right? I've talked about tutoring English online through Cambly, which we haven't even mentioned today. Tutoring English online, being a native English speaker is a marketable skill. Being a native English speaker is something that people will pay you, is the reason that people will give you money. They will give you money to have conversations with them. Okay, so you can start off you could do something like Cambly where you know there are students and you can have some set hours. I know I'm going to make X dollars. As long as I log on, I know I'm going to make X dollars per week on Cambly. And then I go out and find my own students and do it online and charge them more, and with the understanding that that may fluctuate compared to Cambly. Yeah, so we haven't talked about tutoring English online. Being a native English speaker is a moneymaker, right? It's not a, I don't know. Feel like I sold it as though, like Cambly, we're talking $10 or $12 per hour, which in some parts of the world is going to be plenty. So if you want to go to Guatemala, right? Because I keep looking at Nadine's pictures from traveling Black women. If you want to go to Guatemala and you feel like you can live on $800 a month in Antigua, Guatemala, and Cambly is paying $10 to $12 per hour, right? Then we're talking 80 hours per month of work, which is 20 hours per week. So is that a viable option for you? I have a video here on the channel, which if you're interested in tutoring English online, I would recommend that you watch it. It's helpful and it's a sponsored video. So it's helpful for you and it helps support me. Yes, so teaching English online is an option for people who want to do a different route, right? If you don't want to take your skills out into the world, if you don't want to take your job that you already do out and you want to try something different, tutoring English online, you can tutor adults, you can tutor children, you can tutor both. You can tutor professionals. If you get away from a site like Cambly, you can navigate it so that you are tutoring people who have money to pay you good money. Yeah. So, right, if you want to tutor, I tutor professionals and I tutor tech professionals. I tutor, who need to learn English. I tutor pilots who need to learn English or whatever. Hi, Janine. Janine Pilgrim says, I know two women who have a nonprofit in New Jersey and are looking for people who can provide education to people with disabilities, all online. Janine, you can't leave the link, but if you can leave the name of that company in the chat, you can do that. It's okay. This is a video where you can do that kind of thing. And I'm not going to ban you. If you know the name of their business or their Instagram handle, you can drop that here. But you can't leave the link. If you try to leave a link, it'll get filtered out. YouTube doesn't allow that. Okay. Yes, Gabrielle Hawkins. You can maybe I can find a virtual teacher who needs an assistant. Yes. Yeah. Right? Yes. Us helping people who do the thing that you currently do is a business model, right? You don't have to be maybe you don't want to be the whatever anymore, right? The pharmacy technician anymore. But can you help pharmacy techs in some way? Before they become techs or after they become techs, or can you help pharmacy techs transition out of pharmacy tech work? Like, can you help people who do the thing that you currently do? If you don't want to do your thing or you can't do your thing remotely, can you help those people remotely? You're already going to have a leg up. You're going to have connections already, and you're going to be able to speak their language. They're going to know that you know what you're talking about, and you're not somebody they're going to have to start from scratch with. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, everybody. Okay, good. Cutie Pie. Do you think it's necessary to have a website for your skills? Should my skills be advertised with the website or LinkedIn? I'm debating. I want to pay for a website. I say don't get a website until you have the client's income to pay for the website. You should not pay for your own website. Your clients should pay for the website. The clients who you've already gotten should pay for your website to help you get more clients. Start with LinkedIn. So get on the wait list. Here's what I would advise to you. Get on the wait list for the Get Your Next 3 Clients Challenge, which is exodushomecoming.com/next 3 clients. exodushomecoming.com/next 3 clients. If you're watching the replay and that doesn't go anywhere, try exodussummit.com/next 3 clients. Okay. Get on the wait list for the Next 3 Clients Challenge. This is what Rashida and I specialize in. Okay. We specialize in that, Cutie Pie. We specialize in helping you first nail down what you do and who you help, and then also finding these people without having a website, right? Without investing a bunch of money. How do you find your first clients? For free, almost free. almost free. Like you do need to have a couple things, but not a full website. So what you need, let's talk about it. You need a place for them to go to verify that you do the thing you say you do. I'm a fan of LinkedIn. So you need to have a LinkedIn profile that clearly says, I do this thing. Not, I worked in a grocery store when I was 16. I have been I did this and I did that, whatever. I've been a pharmacy technician. I've been a credit analyst. I've been a soldier. I do keep my Army stuff on my LinkedIn profile because people like it. I do have that, but not like everything, right? It needs to be very targeted and direct. LinkedIn is not a resume. It's not a resume, okay? This is like consider it your website. So make it clear to people what you do, who you help, and what you help them do, and how. I think you need LinkedIn. And then you get some clients, and then you charge those clients sufficiently, and you take that money, some of it, and then you pay Rosanna from Waffle Cat Studio to create your website. I don't think you get a website before you get clients, personally. I don't. Having been a VA for people who had websites and no clients, I'm like, what are you doing? How much? No, because then what happens is you start to get clients and you start to narrow your focus and you decide what you do and don't do. Like I told you, I started out thinking I was going to do social media management for people. I hated it. What if I had spent money on a website that's geared towards me being a social media manager? I only did that for one or two clients. And then I moved into landing pages and lead magnets and, that kind of thing. So I say, get the clients, let the clients pay for the website. Okay, but please get on the waiting list for Next 3 Clients Challenge. If we don't run it this quarter, we'll run it next quarter. This is the system, right? This is the system that we teach in that challenge. How to get clients before you have a website, before get your next 3 or your first 3 clients. Okay. Thanks, Twin Mommy Janice. Thank you very much. Are you making as much as you needed on Cambly? Good. Hey, Renee Denise is on Cambly. Okay, good. All right. Hi, Miss Shealy. Okay, yes, that's it. We're all still finding our way. We are all still finding our way. Yes. B, I am currently transitioning from a career in systems to a career in freelance remote web development, but I'm having anxiety about losing my stability. Any advice? I would guess you probably didn't have a whole lot of stability before. Like, seriously, did you feel like you had stability with your employer? Like, for real, like, not joking, for real. Did you? I would guess probably not. I would guess, I think because if especially Black women, if Black women felt like we had stability in our jobs, we would not already have side hustles. Black women in particular have side hustles because we know we don't have stability with that employer. The difference is that now you're taking the ceiling off. This is my biggest takeaway from not having a traditional job anymore. I've taken the ceiling off of my potential income. Right? There's a ceiling for you at your job in systems. There's a ceiling. Unless you're the CEO, who they seem to have no ceiling. They seem to just get paid whatever. Yes, no one else gets a raise in the hospital. The CEO gets a raise in the hospital. But unless you're the CEO, there's a ceiling to what you can make this year, next year, the year after that. On your own, there's no ceiling. No ceiling. Get better clients, charge more money, get somebody to help you, no ceiling. If that helps you, again, I'm not a grounded, be grounded in foundational things like that are not my specialty. I am a floater. So let's see, what would a person who likes to be grounded need to hear? I would say, the things that you think you're losing, you can still have, right? So you can still have a retirement account that you can invest in and save for, right? The things that your employer gives you, you can give yourself. Yeah. And the government will incentivize you more when you're on your own compared to when you're an employee. Okay. So those things that you think you're losing, you're not losing. You're still investing in retiring, investing and planning for saving for retirement. You're still investing, saving, and planning for retirement. That doesn't leave just because you're not employed by someone. Still do that. Benefits, right? Health insurance benefits in the US, sky high when you're on your own. But you know what? Just go to another country. Like, seriously, your healthcare costs will plunge when you go to another country. Pick a country that will give you access to either residency, some sort of temporary or permanent residency where you have access to their healthcare system, or at least will allow you to get private insurance. In the Work From Anywhere toolkit, we have a link to Now Health, who is a really good. The toolkit has been updated with some updates, so you may want to go back to your link for the toolkit if you already have it. You may want to go back to it and refresh your toolkit because we just updated it, I think right before the summit, but it might have been right after the summit. So I'm going to give you the link from the Work From Anywhere toolkit, where you can see have some access to some insurance providers for nomads, right? So there are people who provide insurance for nomads. What other stability are you losing if you leave your employer? Oh no, I can't think of anything else. Unemployment insurance, I guess, right? So you're losing unemployment insurance. The key to that is know how to get clients. Make sure you have a system, a way to get clients. Don't rely on just word of mouth, right? Have a system. That system might be to teach people things. Teach people things. Let's see. Yeah. Go out and find like chambers of commerce, right? Go out to the Chamber of Commerce, say, hey, I do this. I can help teach people this thing. And then some of those people, once you teach people how to do the beginning part, some of those will pay you to do the harder parts. Okay. Did I get it? Okay. All right. So to get the Work From Anywhere toolkit, that link is exodushomecoming.com/toolkit. This is the wrong link. Or maybe it's actually exodushomecoming.com/toolkit. Let's see. Let me fix that. exodushomecoming.com/toolkit. Things changed. Okay. Get the toolkit. There's some insurance resources in there. Okay. So the things that you think you're losing, you're probably going to be in better standing without an employer, or at least even standing. So the retirement account is still there. The health insurance, you're probably going to be in a better situation in another country. I don't know if that helped you. AC, I can't wrap my head around it. I don't know. I'm like, I don't know. What are you losing? I can't even think about it. I can't figure it out. But I think I've answered a couple of questions. If you have a specific thing that you think you're losing by leaving an employer, tell us. Tell us what you're losing, and we will help you figure out if you're really losing that or not. Tell us. I'm not kidding. Share that with us. Share what you're going to lose from leaving this employer. You will lose the retirement matching. Yes, right? So you're going to lose their contribution to your retirement, right? Now it's all on you. So the solution to that is you're going to have to make make more. Make more. If you can see a path to making more money away from your employer than you make with your employer, then that solves that problem, right? More money is the answer. If there's a ceiling on your pay, and there is, right? There's a ceiling on your pay right now. Can you see how you can make more than that away from your employer, right? Yeah, I think so, right? If you're making websites, then you're charging more money, you can serve more clients. Yeah, okay. I don't know if I'm answering this for you. I hope so. Catherine Cersei. Okay, so Catherine says she's left her employer and she hasn't lost a thing. I believe that, having left many a job. I believe that. Gail, what about health insurance? This is an American situation. Americans are stuck in jobs, in marriages, in situations that we do not like and that are toxic to us because of the health insurance situation. Believe me when I tell you, if your plan is to go to another country, you're going to be able to afford health care at a much lower price. I've talked to women, we've on this channel, we've talked to women in Mexico, Portugal, France, who are paying, who are have expated, right? Who have residency in another country, who have access to their public health system, right? That doesn't even make sense to you. You don't even know that there are countries where if you're a resident, you have access to free health care. Public health system, right? Get access to their public health system, and you get lower cost, much lower cost private insurance, right? Adelia's told us she's paying about $1,200 a month for private insurance in Mexico. The lady in Portugal, Gail, Gail Aguiar, $1,200 a month. I said a month. $1,200 per year in private insurance. I hope I didn't scare you. $1,200 per year for private health insurance in Mexico, Portugal, less than that in France. I can't remember her number in France, but it was less than that in France. Okay? So the insurance being a reason to stay at a job. Thank you, Adelia. I said a month. I'm like, that's scary. I hope I didn't scare y'all and you didn't leave the video. $1,200 per year for private health insurance. Adelia's a permanent resident of Mexico. Rashida's a temporary resident of Mexico. Both of them are entitled to health care in Mexico and private insurance. Public health care system and private insurance. Private insurance is the way to go if you can. Okay? All right? So, countries give healthcare to residents. There are countries out there. So, if healthcare is a real concern to you, start with those countries. Start with a list of countries where you can get healthcare as a permanent resident or as a temporary resident, right? But also just know that there are national, like global insurance providers. Now Health is in the toolkit. So, get your work from anywhere toolkit. Now Health is in the toolkit. Alliance, which is less helpful, but more just for catastrophic situations, I think. But Now Health is like regular insurance, I think. Yeah. Did I finish answering that? Let me go back. It was just, yeah, your question was just about insurance. Yes, okay. So healthcare costs a lot less in a lot of the world. There is free healthcare in some parts of the world, free or very low cost for residents, and private insurance is a thing. Private insurance is a thing, and you can get it at a reasonable price. $1,200 a year sounds good to me for private insurance as a person who doesn't have an employer. I don't know. Like, I don't have it in the US. I don't have insurance like that. I'm a veteran, so I'm covered with veteran stuff. And then World Nomads, my travel insurance policy, once I'm in the US for so many days, they cut me off. So my travel insurance policy isn't even helpful to me here, which is why I'm supposed to not stay very long. I can't remember what the timeline is, but I'm supposed to come and leave the country. I'm not supposed to stay for a whole 3 months per year. Okay, so I hope that nobody left when I said $1,200 per month, $1,200 per year for private health insurance. And again, I know those numbers from Mexico and from Portugal and France. I'm pretty sure that's what she said in France. And then I'm sure that it's similar in a lot of other places where healthcare is not considered a privilege of the rich, right? Where healthcare is actually for people, for people who live there. All right? All right, all right, all right. I'm scrolling through your questions. I see you guys answering everybody's questions, so thank you for that. Hi, Renee. No, not required that you're fluent to speak. Not required that you're fluent in Spanish to live in Mexico. If you're in a place that has a lot of foreigners, there's going to be more people who speak English. If you're going to a place where there are not a lot of foreigners, you're going to like a smaller town, you're going to have to learn, but you don't have to be fluent before you get there. And you don't have to be fluent ever. You don't ever have to be fluent. You just need to be able to communicate your needs. I want to buy 2 churros, please. That's it. Right? You just need to be able to communicate your needs and maybe make friends with some people in the meantime who can help you. Use the internet, right? Use the internet to translate things for you, and then learn Spanish when you get there, right? Get yourself a Spanish tutor in person or online. But it's not something you need to worry about before you get there. I really don't think. Okay. Yes. Okay. So I talked about healthcare in terms of being a resident, but you can also just pay out of pocket for things, which is my model. That's how I do things, right? Just pay out of pocket. How much is this going to cost me to do a thing, right? Kim is in Mexico. I just got 2 frames filled with prescription lenses, glare resistant, $82. 2 pairs of glare resistant lenses for $82. 2 pairs of glasses. Yeah, not including the frames. Yeah, so some stuff you're just going to pay for out of pocket, right? If you're not a resident and you can't access their healthcare system, maybe you just deal with private insurance and paying for things out of pocket, which is what I do, right? I remember them telling me in Mexico that a full annual well woman's exam, I want to say she told me it was $150. Does that sound right? I think that's what she told me. Yeah, so some stuff you're just going to pay for out of pocket because it's not as astronomically priced. I say this one all the time. A broken arm in Thailand, $180. Right? In Thailand, if you rent a scooter and you go out, you don't know how to drive a scooter, and you get hit or you hit someone and you break your arm and you go to the hospital, your bill is 180 US dollars. I know that from somebody I met who had that happen to them. This was in 2015, right? 180 US dollars. So like I'm saying, the world does not view healthcare the same way the United States views healthcare. In some of the world, healthcare is not astronomically priced. It may still be astronomical to local people, honestly. So I guess I need to find a better way to say it. But for you, on your money, healthcare is more reasonably priced outside of the US, like as soon as you leave the US. The only places world nomads won't cover me because of their expense are the US and Japan. So I don't know or I assume it's because of the expense. Okay, Joan's saying $150 in Guadalajara for that well woman's exam. Thanks, Joan. Yeah, I don't know what it would cost to go in the US without insurance and get that exam, but I know it's not $150. Okay? So yeah, I know. It keeps people hostage. Healthcare expenses alone keep people in toxic jobs and toxic relationships. I know that, right? So this is why we talk about leaving. Leave the country. Go someplace else. Yeah, it's kind of weaponized, right? Healthcare is kind of weaponized here. It's not the same in other places. Hi, Iron Flower Z. Can an American get civil service jobs abroad? No, not unless you're talking about working for the U.S., like working in like a U.S. embassy or something, getting a job from usajobs.com, right? No, no. And again, we are not talking about getting a job in another country. You're not going to win unless you work for the federal government in another country. Unless you get a federal U.S. job abroad, which is a thing that you can get through usajobs.gov, usajobs.gov, okay? Unless you do that, you're talking about getting paid pennies. But no, they wouldn't hire you. Another country wouldn't hire you to a civil service job. I can't see it unless you have residency or citizenship, or unless you have citizenship. I can't see them letting someone work in a civil service job. Okay? So no. No, this is not what we're talking. We're talking taking your skills, finding clients, and getting paid in US dollars, but living somewhere else. I cannot help you. If you want to get a job in another country, I can't help you. I don't think it's a good idea, except for a couple, right? Teach English in a school or a university. Okay, we've had some talks about that here. Um, that's about it. If you're talking about a job in another country, that's not what we talk about. That's not what we're doing. We're not doing that. We want more free time, not less free time. Because a job in another country, if they have a lower cost of living, they're also going to pay you a lot less. That's why they have a lower cost of living, because wages are less. So that's not what we do. We take our skills, we present our skills to people who can pay us in US dollars or Canadian dollars or whatever, Australian dollars, uh, euros, what do they make? What is it? Pounds, great GBP, something where we can come out on top. Okay. Bum, 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 bum. Okay. Hi, guys. Unless you want to become a target. I can't say enough about where I went. Okay, Angela B. Martin had some dental work in Cancun. Yeah, Mexico is a place, that's a place for Americans, right? Americans believe in going to Mexico for dental work. A certain person who's downstairs right now did that, right? Yes, Mexico, dental work, yes. It's affordable. It's affordable. You can get likely a US or Canadian trained doctor if you look around. Yeah, and then go. Yes, I know. I know. I wanted to get my glasses in Mexico last year, but I was there, it was COVID. I didn't want anybody in my face. I couldn't imagine going to the eye doctor. I didn't have a prescription. Kim went with her prescription, I think. I wanted to do the whole process in Mexico and see what the whole process costs, from the eye doctor to the prescription to the glasses. But I haven't done it yet. But I plan to. Like, I plan to. That's it, right? We're supposed to get one more time. Mo is supposed to be putting together a group about medical and dental tourism, right? To help us navigate this system, navigate where to go in Mexico to get the teeth and eyes worked on and whatever else. Okay, but we don't have it yet. Yeah, it's pretty common. This is pretty common. It's less expensive. Can you get good dental work for less money? Might as well go there. Why not? Medical tourism is a thing. People from all over the world go to places all over the world for certain things in general, and Mexico is popular for dental work. All right. Son Danu, I have the vaccine. I'm vaccinated, so I can't tell you. I don't know what it's like. I would say vaccination rates I would say hospitalization rates among vaccinated people are low. Okay. And that's why countries are letting people in slowly if they're vaccinated, because they don't want you coming to their country and having to be hospitalized, because they got their own people to hospitalize and take care of. So if you're going to another country without the vaccine, you need to have cash to be able to pay your way into a hospital. Okay, Google it. Look up what this country, what this look at the city you're going to. If I need to be hospitalized, what are they charging me up front? They're charging up front for you to be hospitalized. So you got to have that cash. I would say I would not. I'm not urging unvaccinated people to go to other countries. I That sounds colonial to me, right? Seriously, son. Seriously, okay? You may unsubscribe, but that sounds like some colonizer stuff to me, right? I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. Okay? Stay here. Wait and then go. That's my best advice. If there is a chance that you are going to have to be hospitalized with COVID in another country, you have done a disservice to the people of that country. We don't do that here, right? I did a video not too long ago, and somebody started talking about buying up Airbnb property in another country, and I was like, we don't do that. We're not moving like colonizers. Black women in general have a better grasp on um, how to make sure that we move into a community in the right way. I think going there after COVID is the right solution for someone who does not have the vaccine. I'm not a doctor. I'm not even a medical professional. That is my personal opinion on my personal channel. But yeah, I wouldn't want you coming here. I wouldn't want a bunch of Germans, unvaccinated, coming into Delaware. I wouldn't want it. Like now, if I got to be hospitalized, I can't get a bed because all these Germans are in the beds. So wait, right? I would say wait, or make sure you know how much it's going to cost for you to, if you need to be hospitalized. Okay. If you need to go somewhere and get hospitalized, you need to know what it's going to cost you up front. I'm not talking about paying in once you get in the bed. I'm talking about paying once before you hit the door of that hospital. You have to pay them. That's been pretty common in some places. Before you hit the door, you have to pay them. So that's all. So that's my advice. That's my advice. I know that there's a whole group of people who are not going to like that, but that's what we to do on this channel. that's that is the advice that I have for you. You asked me. You did ask me. I didn't volunteer this information. You did ask me. Yeah. Yeah, it's to me, right? We talked about how I think, right? I started off the channel saying I think certain things are bred into white people. Right? So there's no need for me to mince words now after having already talked what I talked in the very beginning. There's no need for me to mince words on this particular subject, right? This is it. That is my opinion on it. Yeah. Corrine, I'm completely out of the loop. Welcome to the loop, girl. We do that. Yes, we do that. Okay. Healthcare is inexpensive. You can find doctors who are trained abroad if that makes you feel better, and who speak English, and doctors and staff who speak English. You don't have to feel like you don't have to feel like, oh, it's going to be a totally, foreign experience and I don't understand them. No, it's not going to be like that. They speak English. They speak English and they'll help you. All right. All right. People travel with their children. Yeah, I didn't see that one. Okay. Bookkeeping professional. Hi, Wendy. I'm a bookkeeping professional with 3 employees. Okay. Been in business for 24 years, considering spending 2 weeks working from abroad next year to dip my toes in, then a month in next year, and eventually 3 months per year. Blow that open, Wendy. Start with 3 months, child. Go. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. There's internet. Where you're going, where do you want to go? Start with 3 months. Why not? You can do that. You can do it. You have 3 employees. Start with 3 months someplace. Seriously, do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. You probably, right? You've been doing it for 24 years. You haven't probably had proper time off. You're right. I would guess you haven't had a lot of rest, a lot of time off. Start with 3 months. All you need to know is their internet speed. Find an Airbnb that has a speed test, an internet speed test, whatever, speedtest.net, right? There are Airbnbs who will actually post the results from their speed test. I don't know, is that all you need? Reliable internet and reliable electricity? Or strong internet and reliable electricity? 3 months. We're doing it, Wendy. I'm going to bully you. Okay. Yes. Please block the troll. Okay. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Wait, wait. The chat is moving too fast. Stop typing things so I can find them. Okay. I think I did it. Okay, I think I did it. Thanks, guys. Yeah, 3 months. Okay, good. I'm not telling you what to do, but I'm telling you to do it. All right. Okay. I know. I know you haven't. She says, you're right. I definitely have not had much time off. I know. I already know. I already know. Good. Okay. Okay. That's what I would say. Oh, bye, Lavonda. You can go. It's okay. You don't have to announce that you're leaving. You can go. I promise you. You can leave, you can unsubscribe. It's okay. It's all right. This is my channel. It's okay to leave. Just like it's okay to leave a job that's not serving you, it's okay to leave a YouTube channel that is not helping you. If I'm not helpful to you, it's all right. I promise you. You're going to be okay. I'm going to be okay. Everybody going to be okay. I promise. It is okay. We don't all agree on everything. We don't. Rashida and I don't even all agree on everything. Okay? But you don't have to if it's not if what I'm saying if either so everyone I know every there are lots of women in this group who are not going to get the vaccine. Either you can let that flow over you and go on about the next topic, right? Or you can decide that you don't want to hear anything else I had to say and I'm not going to be helpful to you at all. Either decision, stick with it. Stand by it. It's not going to hurt my feelings. Okay? I don't take things personally. I have a strange disposition where I don't take things personally. You have to like if you want me to take it personally, that comment alone is not enough. That's not gonna do it. I don't know. That's a strange thing about me that I've never really talked about. I don't, for some reason, I don't know. Of all the things that you would, because I present like a person who would take things personally. I'm a Cancer and I'm very sensitive and I feel empathy and I can feel people's feelings a little bit, but I don't take things personally. Okay. We'll be okay. Yes. All right. Okay. Anything else? I don't, I like, so seriously, so I do want to, even though I've been told to move on, I do want to go back to the vaccine thing. One thing, you make your decision. I'm telling you my reasons for my decision. Okay. That question was asked. I was asked that question, so I brought it up. I haven't really brought it up too much because I can understand both. I can understand, but I'm telling you my decision and why I came to my decision and what I would recommend if you're going to flat out ask me. So don't ask me questions. If you don't want me to answer a question, don't ask it. Cause I'll answer it. I'll tell you. I don't really I can't hold you already know that. I can't hold things in. I can't hold things in. So don't ask a question if you don't want the answer. I do have a good grasp on it. I think I do. Awareness, self-awareness. I think I'm pretty self-aware of my strengths and my weaknesses. And then, like I told you, that test told me I'm not interested in strengthening my weaknesses. So, like not taking things personally can be a weakness because, sometimes some things you should. Some things you're right. You should be like, no, Stephanie, you need to stop. And this is, you need to think about this. But I just be like, oh, okay, I'm done with that. And I also am not concerned about fixing it. I don't know. So I think it's a personality type. I don't know. Oh, maybe there are some steps like to evaluate. Am I taking this personally? And should I? Maybe there are some questions that you need to start asking, but I can't teach it because I don't even know what that's like, right? I can't teach it, right? That's like asking me how to teach you ice skating. I can't teach you that. I can't teach you that. All right. No. Hi, Kimberly. Your access to the toolkit is not dependent on the summit. The toolkit is its own thing. So even though the website is exodussummit.com/toolkit, uh, you could still you just go there. It's a separate link to a separate page. Yeah, so get the toolkit. It's helpful, okay? It's helpful. I know it is because I made it. Rashida and I put our favorite things in there that help us be able to run our businesses from wherever we are in the world, which for Rashida lately is like bopping around Mexico. Yeah, so the toolkit is not, even though it's exodushomecoming.com/toolkit, you can get it. You don't have to, it's not for summit attendees only. And if you're watching from the future and exodushomecoming.com/toolkit doesn't work, try exodussummit.com/toolkit. Uh, yeah, because yeah, one or the other. It'll be at one or the other of those sites. Okay. INFP. I am INFP. That's me. Which is introvert, intuitive, feeling, and perceiving. Doesn't that sound like somebody who takes things personally? But I don't. I really am in my own world. I really am. Enneagram 8. I'm an Enneagram 7, I think. But I didn't trust that one. So I believe in taking assessments and figuring out my things about me. I like that. I like that. We started that in the beginning. I like those things. But the Enneagram is the only one where I was like, no, no, I don't know. Right. So I tested as a 7. Maybe I did it wrong. I tested as an Enneagram 7. Um, and I didn't get down. I'm not down with it. I couldn't get down. I was like, I don't know, that's not me. That's not me. Whereas the INFP, yes, I got it. Hermit. Basically, INFP is a hermit. That's me. And then the strengths finder, right? It gave me my strengths. I was like, yes to these things. But the Enneagram, I don't know. I couldn't get down with it. Okay, now we're just wasting time. Now y'all are just into my scrapple eating time. Okay, so we've talked about this job thing. We're not going abroad to get a job. We're just taking our skills from our employer out into the world, out into the marketplace. If you feel like your job in particular is a job that you cannot do abroad, can you support people who do that job abroad? I think that's probably the best lesson from today. Either can you take your job out and just do it online, or can you support people who do your job while you are online? And then we talked about teaching English online. Go to my Cambly video if that sounded good to you, tutoring English online. And then we talked about insurance things, basically money and insurance, or like basically insurance should not hold you captive because it's better out there. The insurance possibilities, the insurance expenses, and healthcare expenses are better when you leave the United States. Anything else I need to recap? Yeah. All right. Let's see. I answered that one. I'm trying to take my job with me. Hi, Alicia. It's possible you're going to have to talk to your employer. You're going to have to probably get someone else on your side, right? You and someone, you and, like if you and a manager or someone are going to have to talk to the employer. Um, it's possible, right? So there are certain tax implications and insurance implications and security implications that may mean your employer will be a hard no. But it's also quite possible, because somebody in the chat, I'm sure, has already done it, who it is quite possible your employer will be like, yes, fine. Or they might be like, let's try it for 3 months and see what happens. So it's possible that the job you have today is the job that will take you around the world. That's possible. I hope so. I hope so. But you're going to have to find out. You're not going to sneak. We don't do that, because I don't care how good you think you are at covering your tracks. Your employer will know where you are. And if you leave the country and they have said you cannot leave the country, you will get fired and you will be abroad with no job. Okay, so yes to that. Yes, Elisa, it's quite possible that it'll work for you. Somebody here has done it. Anybody here yet who has done that? Not yet? Okay. I don't see any comments yet. But it's quite possible. It's also quite possible that there'll be a no. And you'll need to find a different remote job. So get the remote ready bundle from Libria, which I'm going to link to one more time, because it could be as simple as finding another employer who will let you work remotely from abroad. Remote. Let's see. I got to go here. I got to go to 2 places to get the link. I got to get it from Rashida in the text, and then I got to get the other. Here. That. Okay. One more time. I'm going to link to the remote ready bundle, which Libria Jones helps you through the process of finding remote work. Okay? Finding remote work. Remote ready bundle. Okay, so I'm gonna, again, if you're watching the replay, I'm gonna link to that in the description. Yeah, yeah, they know your IP address. You can use a VPN if you want. You can use whatever. They're gonna know. Do not sneak. Don't sneak. Don't do it. Not unless you're okay with getting fired, because you'll get fired. If they told you no and you sneak and do it, they'll fire you. All right. Okay, F Doctor, house sitting season is house sitting season, y'all. Thanksgiving, Christmas, Martin Luther King Day, New Year's Day is house sitting season, okay? Get your house sits, get your profiles together. I'm gonna be ramping up the newsletter, the emails, right? You're gonna be getting a lot of emails, hopefully with some notifications of some awesome house sits. I'm gonna try to keep my eyes open and share because I saw one today that I should have shared with y'all. Was it Hawaii? There was a Hawaii house sit in a regular looking house, right? No, not spectacular, but not also like awful, because there are some also awful looking house sits in Hawaii. I talk about that all the time. So let's see. Get your new house sitter toolkit, because I'm going to try to do a good job this fall of letting you know when something really special pops up. This is not an alert. This is not to take the place of an alert. Set your own alert on Trusted House Sitters. But this is just, I'm going to do some more newsletter things, because I have gotten some good, like, house sitting. Hey, I'm on a house sit emails. I love those. And I just want more. Frankly, I just want more. I love those emails. Hey, I'm on my first house sit in so and so. This is me house sitting in such and such. That feels good. And I want more of that. So I'm gonna be talking a whole lot more about house sitting over the fall, because it's house sitter season. This is it. It's our time. It's our time. All right, so get your new house sitter toolkit at housesit.vicarious.com/toolkit. The link is in the description if you're watching the replay. Get your new house sitter toolkit so that we can get that first house sit booked. Man, I wish I could remember where. I just saw, like, literally just this morning while I was scrolling around on the internet and I was supposed to be working, I saw one and I was like, this is the perfect house sit. But I don't remember where it was. I'm gonna look real quick and see if my computer will move fast enough. No, I can't get to it. It might have been Southern California somewhere, because I really want to go to the desert. I really want to house sit in like Palm Springs. It might have been, was it Palm Springs? But I just haven't been able to. No, it was not. It was Spain. Almost a month, almost all of December in Spain. Okay, house sitter season, y'all. Yes, there are house sits for just a weekend. Yes, there are house sits for 3 months. You're going to find it all. Mostly shorter house sits right now, because people are traveling for shorter times because of COVID. Okay, watch. I have a house sitting Q&A. A Smith, you guys, more if you have more house sitting questions, again, go to my channel and look at my most recent house sitting video, which is probably called House Sitter Q&A or something like that. I've done some really good Q&As that are going to answer your questions. No promo code for discounts. So I do have a link for Trusted House Sitters that you can use, which will give me a piece of the pie, right? It doesn't cost you anything extra, but it does give, they do give me a commission on it. So I will drop that link, but there's no more discount link. There's no discount link. They have discontinued the discount link. So I'll drop my personal Trusted House Sitters link. And they'll give me a piece of the pie. So if you're going to join, you can join and support my channel at the same time. Oh, but I didn't do it right. Hold on. Let me fix that. Because you can't click on that link. Bing, bong. This is the link. Okay. Yeah. All right. So that's it. I'm going to, okay, SS, I'm on my second house sit now. You're welcome. I'm glad. I love that, right? I love it. I love it. I love it. Feel free to email me a picture. Like, I'm not kidding. You can't DM me a picture, which would be the easiest way, but I don't see my DM, so that's not going to help. But if you want to take a minute and email me, Stephanie@vicarious.com, a picture of you house sitting, that makes my day. I love those emails. I don't really even like opening email. I just opened an email yesterday where somebody was offering me $1,500 for for something, and I was like, man, this email's been sitting here for a week because I haven't opened my email. I need help. I need help. I need somebody to help me. Anyway, I'm getting off it. I'm getting off topic. Congratulations, Selena. Okay, that's wonderful. Arizona for 17 days. That's wonderful. All right. So we're not going to switch this into house sitting because number one, I got to go to Apple Scrapple. Number two, I don't have the time to start over talk house sitting. And number three, I've got a lot of house sitting videos on my channel. Go to my most recent house sitting video. Click on, you can go now because all I'm doing is wrapping up now. Go to the most recent house sitting video. I've answered your questions. House sitting is wonderful. It's for you. Do it. Get your house sitter toolkit and let's go. Okay. Angela. Oh, thanks. My daughter is on her third house sit. I love it. I love it. Okay. That's why we're here. Okay. So, so I've done the recap. I've told you what's happening. Next week, next week, one of the Vicarians is going live with me. We're going to work on YouTube setup, right? We're going to work on what I think her YouTube channel should be. All right. If you don't know already, I'm hosting a 5-day YouTube challenge. I want to get you on YouTube. And if you're on YouTube and you're not consistently making videos, I want to get you making videos on YouTube. I have an entire business that exists because I have a YouTube channel where I talk my talk. All right. So I want you to join the YouTube Success 5-day challenge, which you can join at vicarious.com/challenge. And next week, I'm going to do some YouTube coaching live on the air with my friend Katrina, who is one of the Vicarians. All right. Vicarious.com/challenge. Sign up for the YouTube 5-day challenge, YouTube Success 5-day challenge. Sign up for the challenge, right? And then join us next Saturday. It'll be kind of like a preview, I guess. And then next Saturday, 10 o'clock a.m. Eastern time, right here. And then, I see you, Colette. And then we'll get ready for the challenge, right? We'll get started. It's for people who either don't have a channel yet or have a channel and they're not doing anything with it, right? It's not growing. It's a jump start. We're going to jump start YouTube channels. Okay, so that's the YouTube challenge, vicarious.com/challenge. And then Colette, the wait list for From Burnout, we didn't talk about From Burnout to Bliss. The wait list for Get Your Next 3 Clients should be exodushomecoming.com /next 3 clients. Okay, so this is the wait list for the Next 3 Clients challenge, which is probably not happening this quarter, but who knows? But definitely will happen before the end of the first quarter. Okay, so that is a challenge to get your next 3 clients. My challenge is to get your YouTube channel up and running. Rashida's From Burnout to Bliss. So she was here today, and Rosanna corrected me for Burnout to Bliss. I thought that the next group coaching was today. It's actually next Saturday. So in that email, I said it was going to start today, but it's actually next week. So From Burnout to Bliss is also enrolling. Rashida Dow is a career break coach who has a comprehensive course on planning your sabbatical or your move abroad, right? You don't have to feel like some things are going to slip through the cracks or you're doing this on your own and you don't know what you're doing and it's more overwhelming than it is helpful, right? You don't have to have that feeling. You can get coaching. All right. We believe in getting coaching. Get a coach to help you with some things. From Burnout to Bliss is that. From Burnout to Bliss is coaching plus a course plus community with other Black women to get your sabbatical or your move abroad plan or your bop around and do digital nomad things plan together. I think she said now you get 12 months. This is again another product where the price is going to go up because yesterday's price is not today's price. I think for her price, you get 12 months of group coaching? I would not. I would not. Yesterday's price is not today's price. So get in there. If you want to plan your move abroad or your sabbatical, and you're doing it more than 3 months out. I'd say if you're leaving in 6 weeks, probably just book a day with her, book a session with her. But if you're leaving more than 3 months out and you have some time to plan some things and go to group coaching and get some community, From Burnout to Bliss is the answer. All right? All right. Okay. 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 Yes. Okay. So next Saturday, 10 a.m. Eastern time, we're talking YouTube things specifically. If you offer a product or service, I think you should be on YouTube. Even if you don't offer a product or service, AZ is on YouTube. AZ has a channel where she talks about her experiences having 3 dates in 24 hours in London and Turkey. I think, right? She's right. AZ, who was here on the channel, right? So it doesn't have to be, your channel does not have to be for coaches only to join the challenge. It can just be someone who wants to jumpstart a YouTube channel. But if you have a product or a service that you sell on the internet, I think you should be on YouTube, right? House Sitter School only exists and only gets clients and only has you as a client. Some of you in the chat, you've only taken House Sitter School because you heard about it because I have a YouTube channel. Or your mom sent it to you. Thanks, Angela. Right? Other than that, you would not have known about it. YouTube is where I think you should be. So I hope that you'll join the challenge, vicarious.com/challenge. It starts October 18th, 5 days. We're meeting 3 o'clock Eastern time, 5 days. To jumpstart your channel. If 3 o'clock Eastern time is bad for you, I'll try to do this again next time and do it like at 7:30 or 8 p.m. Eastern time. But I really like 3 p.m., right? It works for me. I'm still able to communicate coherently and at 3 o'clock. At 8 o'clock, I don't know what you're going to get. I don't know what you're going to get. All right. Yes. Okay. So yes, my live streams here though, yes, are always at 10 a.m. Eastern time. On Saturdays. I go live most Saturdays, 10 a.m. Eastern time. So yes, 7 a.m. So yeah, if you want to catch me live, if you see this topic and if you see the topic for the live stream, you're like, I'm not interested, just watch the replay. Okay. But if you want to catch me live, I know West Coasters, it starts early, but I got to do it when I got to do it. I am a person who does best in the day as the day wears on. My ability to say no to things increases. My no powers increase as the day goes on. So by the time, if I tried to go live at like 6 p.m. every Saturday, I'd be like, nah, I ain't doing it. I'm not doing it today. My ability to stick with things relies on them being done in the morning. I need to do things in the morning if I want to get them done. That includes going live. Okay, good. Okay. All right. Thank you again for being here. Thank you for sharing and giving. Oh, so super chat. Oh, freaking. We didn't decide. Okay. Well, we'll give our super chat today to AZ, who is here in the chat. AZ is semi-retired in her late 20s. Girl, yes. Semi-retired in her late 20s, and she is growing a YouTube channel. She's got some dating videos. She's got some, but her channel is not AZ. So, okay. So was I supposed to tell that? Okay. Her channel. Okay. I don't know if I said, okay, but her channel is Off Code Deity. I'm gonna write that down. Off Code Deity. So if you want to see someone talk about 3 dates in 24 hours, check her out. If you're watching the replay and you're not hearing anything, it's because I muted this part because she told me, please don't do that anymore. Okay, Off Code Deity is AZ here in the chat. And we'll give her the super chat money today. She is bopping around making content about her interests, right? Which include what I would call dark tourism, but she doesn't call it that. Like kind of creepy tourism. I think that's right. Yeah, which is called dark tourism. I think it's dark tourism, right? Creepy tourism things and dating things. Okay, so we'll give her the super chat money today. So thank you for that super chat, guys. Okay. And let's see who I did not acknowledge. And then for real, we'll be done. Okay. Oh, there are more than I thought. I'm sorry I didn't acknowledge them. Okay. Hi, Pat Fuqua. Thank you very much for that super chat. I hope you're still here. Thank you. Sam Without Limits. Loving this. Thanks for the work you do. Thanks, Sam. I love that name. Thank you. Gail, the writer, Stuff Johnson. What about health insurance? So I did answer that. Thanks for that super chat, Gail. Larissa Puri. Hey, girl. Hey. Larissa's also been house sitting, or I don't know. I don't remember if it's you or your daughter. I think you've been house sitting with your daughter. I think. Hello, Marissa. Thank you for that. And Marvita Stewart, thank you very much for that super chat, y'all. Okay, so thanks for the super chats. We'll share them with AZ, who is a young retiree who is making content on YouTube that she loves and is living her dream life and not waiting until she's burnt out to start living. Okay, all right. Yeah, so I don't keep the super chat. I have a goal, a year, an annual goal, which I fail miserably at, to get more money from white men than from black women and black and brown women. I want my money to come from white men. I want um I want yeah, right? I think white men should be supporting this work. If there are reasons that we have to go out and try something new, right? We can't have nice things here in this country, then at least they could pay me to help, right? And so anyway, so I don't want to keep the super chat because it's more money that I'm not getting from white men. I want my money to come from them. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. All right. All right. All right. Thank you again. I will see you again next Saturday. If I don't see you before that time, have a wonderful weekend. I will be at Apple Scrapple eating Scrapple and Apple. Scrapple and Apple. Connie Perry, you ready? She's downstairs. You ready, Mom? Let's go. Let's go. She hasn't put anything in the chat, so she must be getting cute. Okay. See you guys. Don't forget from burnouttobliss.co for coaching on sabbaticals and moving abroad. Don't forget vicarious.com/challenge for YouTube challenge things. Get yourself in the YouTube challenge. Let's go. There's 88 women. 88 women so far in the challenge. 88 of us are going to get our channels together. All right. This is going to be a wonderful community. You're going to want to be in the water. You're going to want to be in the water with these women. They're going to do some awesome things. Some different types of women who do different kinds of work. If you are into something and you need a community of women who are into that thing, come to the challenge. You're going to meet them there, and your potential future Rashida is going to be in the challenge. Okay. All right. Okay. Mom's ready to go. Okay. I'll see you guys. Thanks again. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you. I'll see you again soon. Bye.